iGenius, which is the multi-level marketing company that is embedded in the shell company InvestView, take a look at their quarterly filings with the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, which were published yesterday, 13 November 2024. Briefly, the way that this is from TradingView.com, by the way. Briefly, InvestView is a company engaged in financial educational tools, blockchain technologies. I got to tell you, I don't know what this means. Bitcoin mining operations. That is true. And this is going to become clear later, health, beauty, and wellness products. The report is going to highlight significant financial declines, strategic initiatives aimed at stabilizing and growing the business, and various challenges and risks faced by the company. I'm going to skip that stuff so I can get to, because it's going to be summarized later. So first, highlights of the business. According to TradingView, InvestView / iGenius operates several business units, including financial educational tools, which are educational videos that iGenius sells. Again, blockchain technologies, I don't know what they're talking about, and Bitcoin mining operations. Essentially, all that InvestView consists of is iGenius subscriptions and Bitcoin mining. The health, beauty, and wellness products I'm going to discuss later. And now to the bad news. Subscription revenue, that is the iGenius part, decreased by 31%, they say due to global inflation impacting the direct sales and home-based business industry. Global inflation, this is iGenius's own excuse. I'm not sure that inflation is responsible. It could just be part of the pop and drop. Mining revenue decreased substantially. This was a surprise to me, 80%, due to, among other things, Bitcoin halving, which reduces the amount per dollar, essentially, of investment that you make, and increased Bitcoin network difficulty, and mandated power curtailment in Iceland. So this is the second time or third time that I've seen InvestView iGenius admit that the Bitcoin mining contracts that they hold are located in servers in Iceland. And that's essentially it. So we've got, they're involved in a mining pool in Iceland, and they sell iGenius subscriptions. I found geographical performance also interesting. For the 9 months ended September 30th, 2024, foreign revenues, i.e. not from the United States, were approximately $33.1 million, while domestic revenues were approximately $7.4 million. But this was especially acute in the third quarter. For the 3 months ended September 30th, foreign revenues were approximately 10 million, 10.3. Domestic revenues were approximately 1.4 million. This is the highest ratio that I've seen since I started following InvestView iGenius. 90% or close to now of all of the subscribers are from outside the United States. Here again, they talk about the difficulties attendant to Bitcoin mining. And here, future outlook, what did they do? InvestView plans to develop a business unit that will offer investors an online trading platform to enable self-directed retail brokerage services. By integrating the early-stage online brokerage trading platform acquired in March 2024, which they're going to discuss, I believe, below, they failed to mention how much they paid in cash for it, but I will mention that below. With a proprietary algorithmic trading platform acquired in September 2021. This is Empower Technologies, which is the current, it's in Haverford, Pennsylvania, on the second floor of a sporting goods store. And the former owner is now in the C-suite. That's Jim Bell, and is one of the major shareholders of InvestView. Okay, strategic initiatives. InvestView has undertaken several strategic initiatives to enhance its business operations and financial stability. The company acquired Open Cash Finance. This is the trader broker. This is they bought it for $150,000, and they issued 1 million stock options as part of the acquisition. Additionally, InvestView repurchased 472 million shares from two of the original founders. I'm not sure which they are. The two of the four founders are Mario Romano, Annette Rayner, Ryan Smith, and Chad Miller. They're going to be mentioned below. And canceled 1.7 million shares that had been issued but were forfeited. That was almost certainly by their incarcerated former CEO, Joseph Camarata. The company also closed on the purchase of a business and assets of Renew Laboratories Incorporated, along with 100% ownership interest in Goldman's Pharmaceuticals, LLC, and a 50% ownership in ELRT Technologies, LLC, for a total purchase price of $1.78 million. As part of the transaction, 5 million stock options were issued to the principal of Renew Labs. So I looked up ELRT Technologies, couldn't find much about them. They sell some. It's essentially identical to Renew Laboratories in a town in Pennsylvania close to Haverford, where the headquarters are. I couldn't find anything about Goldman's Pharmaceuticals. I'm not sure what that's all about. The only Goldman's pharmacy that I know of is this one. This is Goldman's Pharmacy in Quahog, Rhode Island, since 1983, with various breaks interspersed. The pharmacist there is Mort Goldman. Some of you watching may know what I'm talking about. InvestView has been actively managing its capital through various initiatives. The company recorded $614,000 for cumulative cash dividends due to shareholders of its Series B preferred stock, which they're not offering anymore, making payments of $497,000 and issuing $122,000 worth of cryptocurrency to reduce the amount owed. So, okay, what is this about? I mentioned the four founders. They are still paying back, the original founders, who are basically buying out. They're selling out of their positions in InvestView. And the company still owes them close to $4 million. InvestView is managing its debt. Now, they did get a U.S. Small Business Administration loan. Look, a lot of companies did poorly during the pandemic. InvestView was not one of them, however. Nevertheless, they needed money. And so this is not a PPP loan. They owe the USBA money. And notes for Apex lease buyback. There's going to be a complete video discussing l'affaire Apex, which essentially was a Ponzi scheme. It involved getting participants to buy into leases on fictional crypto coin mining equipment that in fact did not exist. And there's also some language here having to do with DBR Capital. David B. Rothrock is the chairman of the board and principal shareholder in InvestView. Interesting guy. I'm not sure why he's involved with this at all, but that's going to take a lot of deeper research. Okay, future outlook. InvestView plans to continue its strategic initiatives and capital management activities to ensure long-term financial stability and growth. Good luck with that, guys. The company is focused on integrating the early-stage online brokering trading platform acquired in March 2024. I'm repeating what I said before, with the proprietary algorithmic trading platform acquired in 2021. Recall that as Empower Trading. Then they are also exploring opportunities to expand sales and marketing initiatives by developing proprietary health, beauty, and wellness products through Renew, which is that company that they just bought, through its global distribution network. Those are the subscribers of iGenius, of whom there are currently worldwide only 15,000. And essentially there's, okay, so the last part here, in a previous video, remember that InvestView was in danger of being delisted from the OTCQB, over-the-counter market, and they needed to buy back shares in order to prevent, to raise their share price above 1 penny, and that's what this paragraph represents. Okay, now the rough numbers for the raw numbers for the really bad news. Challenges and risks. InvestView experienced a significant decrease in revenue, net by $7.4 million, or 39%, from $19.1 million for the 3 months ended September 30th, 2023. The decline was driven by a $4 million decrease in subscription revenue to iGenius products and a $2.3 million decrease in mining revenue. They also talk about a $146,000 decrease in cryptocurrency revenue. This has to do with NDAO that they talk about here, a crap coin which they no longer offer. They did manage to decrease their operating costs. Good for them. And they had some other expenses which are really minimal, trivial. Now, there's some repeated language here about inflation and Bitcoin halving, including the amount of money that it was going to cost in addition to mine in Iceland, et cetera, et cetera. Decrease in lease payments. They really have only 2 leases, the office in Haverford and one in Wyckoff, New Jersey, where Ralph Valvano, who is the accountant, essentially, or the chief accounting officer, has his offices. The company operates in a highly regulated environment, and any changes in regulations could impact its operations, particularly in the financial technology and cryptocurrency sectors. What they are saying is that, without saying it, is that they are currently under investigation by the SEC, which demanded more documents in March of 2024, 6 months or so before this report was issued. And in fact, there have been indictments promised against 2 promoters of the Apex program, and there are also ongoing issues. So, as a result of this, I would have expected the stock price to drop. Now, it's very low to begin with. It's been bouncing between a penny and a penny and a half, really, for a very long time. I mean, if you look at the 1-year trends. Here's 2 pennies. It was briefly up at 3 cents for a while, and down here as low as half a penny for some time. This is when they were in danger of being delisted. But this is the price drop that's been reflected since the outcome of the bad news. As I alluded to in an earlier video, it's not clear that really there's a whole lot of volume involved in buying and selling InvestView. Their market cap is really insignificant at 33 million here. So bottom line is, folks, your skills, knowledge, and experience is way too valuable to waste in an MLM, and certainly not in this dog, InvestView iGenius. That's all I got, and I'll see you in the next episode.